Dr. Bettner. I'm one of the doctors at the All Saints Family Care Center here in Milwaukee. I want to talk today about high blood pressure, otherwise known as hypertension. We talked about all the different reasons why we care about blood pressure rising and why we try to control it. Next, I want to talk about some of the factors that make someone at an increased risk for having high blood pressure. First, I want to talk about the things we can't control. So these are family history. If your parents had high blood pressure, you have a higher risk of having blood pressure. The older we get, the more likely we are to have elevated blood pressure. Our gender. So guys, more likely to have elevated blood pressure when they're a little younger. Ladies have it a little bit later in life. Also, ethnicity, race, these play a role. For example, African Americans have a 40% chance of having high blood pressure. Next, I want to talk about some of the risk factors for having high blood pressure that we can actually do something about. Tobacco use. Prolonged tobacco use does cause blood pressure to go up. Our diet has a lot to do with our blood pressure. Diets that are high in salt, high in processed foods, high in fat, these all can contribute to elevated blood pressures. Whether or not we get exercise. Exercise is proven to decrease blood pressures. Being overweight or obese does cause the blood pressure to go up, and losing weight in turn causes blood pressures to decrease. Medication non-adherence. Basically, people aren't taking their medications. It's very important to take your medications every day and let your doctor know before you're going to run out so that you can get your refill. Other medications we take can have an effect on our blood pressure, even over-the-counter stuff. For example, cold medications have compounds in them that can make the blood pressure really shoot up. Heavy alcohol use, stress, pain, these can all make the blood pressure elevated. The next thing we want to think about is something called obstructive sleep apnea. Basically, snoring so bad that it causes you to continuously wake up throughout the night. This is proven to cause blood pressures to stay elevated, and if you think you may have this, if you wake up in the morning not feeling refreshed, or if your partner mentions you snore and are constantly waking up, you may want to get a sleep study to rule this out and get this treated.